Hey everybody, this is Carsillo wrapping up E3, and I have the distinct pleasure now of talking with Kevin Umbricht, who is the associate producer on SpiderManShattered Dimensions. How you doing today, Kevin?
I'm good. It was a good time.
Very cool. Of course, Shattered Dimensions, it's about 4 different Spider-Men, and we only know who 3 of them are. The third one just being announced, that Spider-Man 2099. Can you tell us a little bit, though, about the story about Shattered Dimensions and how these 4 Spider-Men are going to be coming together?
Well, the story revolves around an ancient mystic artifact called the Tablet of Order and Chaos. There's a couple of these tablets throughout the Marvel Universe, and in the course of a fight, it's inadvertently shattered, and these pieces spread across 4 different dimensions, and each of those Spider-Man within that universe, they're called upon to gather the pieces, bring them back, restore the tablet, and restore order in the universe.
Now, of course, different Spider-Men are going to have different spider powers. Can you tell us a little bit about each one?
Well, you know, they all share the same core mechanics. They're all Spider-Men. They all have web slinging. They all have wall crawling. But because they're a different universe, we had the opportunity to give them a fresh take, a new approach, basically, to gameplay. So the noir lend itself very well to stealth gameplay. 2099, based on the vertical city of the future New York. We had free-fall gliding sections throughout. And then for Amazing, we blew out his web abilities. So we have giant web combat with hammers, maces made out of webs, fists. You can blind enemies, lasso them. You can do just a ton of stuff with his webs.
Another great thing about Spider-Man is he has probably the most diverse rogues gallery in the Marvel Universe. Can you tell us a little bit about the villains that he's going to have to face off in this game?
We've announced 4 so far. There's going to be 12 total. Well, 13 with the big bad final boss, but 1 per level, 3 per universe, if I can do some more math here. So we've announced Hammerhead and Norman Osborn, aka the Goblin, in the Noir universe. Kraven the Hunter in the Amazing universe, and Hobgoblin in the 2099 universe.
Now the final question: what systems and when can we get it? When we can finally get it?
PS3, 360, and Wii, and a separate DS SKU, September 2010.
Hey everybody, this is Carsillo wrapping up E3 here, but we are up at Activision and we're visiting with Josh Olin, who of course has worked on Call of Duty Black Ops, the latest and greatest in the Call of Duty series. Josh, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How about yourself?
I am doing great. We actually just came out from seeing a demo for Black Ops, and the first thing I noticed is the variety of gameplay. I mean, in just one level, you're repelling, you're shooting at guys, you're being stealthy. Talk about the decision to try and incorporate more elements into each level experience.
Yeah, that was actually exactly our goal as designers. Like, there's been a lot of Call of Duty games. Players have seen a lot of awesome action on their TV and on their consoles, and so we wanted to provide something that was new and fresh to them. So the Cold War era and the Black Ops theme blend perfectly to accomplishing that goal.
You keep mentioning the story. It's probably also, as you said, the most in-depth narrative that you guys have done yet.
Yes.
What was the how hard was it to bring this narrative to life and especially in the single player mode?
It's a big challenge for sure, especially because you got such big shoes to fill. Every Call of Duty game really ratchets that bar up, so we got to ratchet the bar up that much further and put a lot of pressure on ourselves to do that. But we have the tools that are at our disposal to make that happen. For example, we're using a technique called full performance capture in the game. And what FPC allows you to do is, it's what James Cameron used in the creation of Avatar. So basically, we've done motion capture before, where you wear the actor wears the suit with the dots on it, and he does all of his motions on the screen. We've done that for a long time, but for the first time in a Call of Duty game, we've put the motions, the face animation, as well as the voice. We record all 3 of those simultaneously, and what that allows us to do is get a really authentic performance.
Another thing that we noticed in the demo, which of course if everyone saw the Xbox 360 press conference, is the payback mission. Yes. The basically off the rails helicopter ride. Talk about wanting to get off the rails for the helicopter ride, and are there other missions in the game similar to that?
Yeah, the game throughout the game there's a lot of variety like that. That level was a good example of a Call of Duty helicopter level. We told the design teams basically, we want a helicopter level, we want to be able to fly it, but if it's like a flight sim, if it's too hard to get the hang of, we're just going to cut it. But they came back to us and they're like, here you go, here's how Call of Duty helicopter would fly.
Now we've been talking about the single player, but also Call of Duty is very well known for its multiplayer experience. Tell us about how that might evolve in this game.
Yeah, multiplayer is it's the deepest multiplayer we've ever done. After World at War, we developed we've refocused all of our efforts on solely Call of Duty Black Ops. So we're only working on that this year, and it's allowed us to have a dedicated multiplayer team online since day one of production.
Very cool. And another thing about, of course, every great shooter is the weapons, what you're able to use and whatnot. Can you tell us a little bit about the weapons and why what weapons were chosen for this time period?
Yeah, the weaponry was basically anything that was at our disposal, and then some things that maybe weren't. So we were talking to these veterans, and they were telling us these stories about how it wouldn't be unrealistic for an elite team like them to get a prototype weapon upwards of 5 years out in advance of when they were actually in mainline production. So what you know about weapons now, if you research when a weapon was released, it could have been in their hands being field tested well before then. And so we're able to use that to is sort of like creative inspiration and a little bit of creative liberty to put some even more cool, awesome sequences in our game. And so the weapon selections is really broad. It would be too long for you to narrow it all down. But one example would be the Dragon's Breath. It's an incendiary shotgun round that you load into the SPAS 12 shotgun, and it's just badass. YouTube a clip of it. That's all you need to do. You'll see.
Very cool. I think we're going to go do that right now. Josh, thanks for the time, man. Of course, Call of Duty Black Ops comes out November the 9th this year. Josh, thanks again for the time.
Thank you very much.
Hey, everybody. This is Ray Carsillo, and we're here at E3, and we are at the iGUGU booth now. And I'm with Kristen, who is a member of the iGUGU team. And Kristen, what are you showing us here at E3 today?
Well, we have our iGUGU Game Core. Basically, it's a product that will transform your PC into a gaming console, allowing you to access any of the games you have stored onto your computer or any internet-based games with this handy little controller here. We have basically put everything you need for PC gaming into this one controller. You have your QWERTY keyboard, you have your mouse ball, or your tracking ball, your joystick, everything you need. Eliminating the wireless keyboard on your lap and the mouse in your hand. Sit on a couch and play all of your PC games on the biggest TV you can find.
So I could basically take anything I download from, say, Steam or anything that I buy separately, and just it'll go right to my TV.
Yep, absolutely. You can access it's software based for the iGUGU interface, but you can get right into the internet as well. Go to your desktop, go through your email, Facebook, whatever you want. But for the PC gamers, this is the one-stop shop, everything you need in this one controller.
And how much will the Game Core go for at retail?
$99.
And when will it be available?
In August. Initially, it'll be available through the company website. That's iGUGU.com.
Fantastic. Kristen, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Ray Carsillo here on the last day of E3 in Los Angeles. I have the pleasure now of speaking with Chris Arbogast, who's the Director of Marketing for Nyko, of course, who puts out a wide array of accessories for console gaming. How you doing today, Chris?
Pretty good.
Very cool. We just saw your the brand new products that you've announced at the show, the Raven controllers and accessories for the PS3 Move. Tell us a little bit about the Raven controllers first.
Sure. Well, Raven for PlayStation 3 was our kind of redesigned version of what we think a PlayStation 3 controller should be. So we totally redesigned the ergonomics and the aesthetic of it. Wanted to make sure it was kind of a nice meld between the DualShock 3 design and the 360 controller design. There were a lot of positive feedback from gamers that say that they prefer things like the wider grips and the curved gun-like triggers of the PlayStation or the 360 controller. And we melded that with the option of either having the standard PS3 layout or the 360 button layout. So the Raven will come in two separate versions.
Very cool. And you also have some things out for Wii, including, I was noticing, a wireless Wiimote and nunchuck combination.
That's right. We've had some great success with our Kama, which is our wireless wireless version of the nunchuck, and we also have our Wand and Wand Plus, and we've started to, like I said, with the Raven, we've coated our more high-end controllers with that new soft feel surface as well. So we have new soft feel versions of both the wireless Kama and Wand Plus available.
And how much will those retail for?
Well, the Wand retails for $29.99, and the Wand Plus version, which has the same functionality as the Wand but has our full motion technology, which is our version of Wii Motion Plus, integrated right directly into the remote, retails for $39.99.
Very cool, and I noticed how they were all very responsive. We used the Raven controllers to play a little bit of Uncharted too. Is there anything else here that you're showing at the floor that you might want to talk about?
The only other thing is that kind of launching our new line of cables, 3D HD, which we have new support for 3D, not only Blu-ray 3D playback, but also broadcast 3D standards as well. So we have a new line of cables that integrates the Ethernet into the cable as well. So we're kind of moving or looking at potentially moving to the 3D market, and that's something we're exploring at the show. So,
very cool, Chris, and best of luck to you in the future.